Everybody, what is going on? I've decided to try something a little new. Um, I listen to a church service on Wednesdays and Sunday. Do my Bible study on Wednesday, and then they have the church service on Sunday. So I kind of, in a way, feel a little bit selfish because I'm growing spiritually, but I don't really put that much stuff up about what I feel about God. You know what I mean? Like on a personal level. And so every Sunday, what I'm going to do is try and bring a message to you. Um, the one thing that I want you to take from this is stay on course. Stay on course because, and I'm not talking to the people that don't even know they off course, because it's going to take them a while to even grasp the concept that living life on this planet has something to do with God. People have separated that. And if you read the Bible and other religious texts, I don't just read the Bible. You'll see that as time has gone on, it seems as though God moves further and further and further away from people. Let me give you a perfect example. Let's start out with Adam, right? Adam had a homeboy. He had a homeboy. And who was his homeboy? Who was his homeboy? It was God. They was close, man. God was talking to him every day, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Um, had Eve come along, things got kind of messed up. Seemed like there was a little distance between Adam and God after that, didn't it? A little bit of distance. Um, you look at Noah, you look at Abraham, you look at all these other guys that came through in the Bible, and you see God was close to them. And they could talk to him, and he would talk back to them. And what it seems like, as you read the Bible and go on and further and further and further, it seems like God started stepping back a little bit, right? He wasn't just talking to everybody, or if he was, they weren't listening. So, what I want to do today, excuse me, what I want to do today is talk about how you'll be food in this society, especially because it almost seems like God ain't even nowhere around him. You look at TV, if it's not Sunday, you're not gonna hear anything about God. Um, you look at the way people act, you know good and well they ain't talking to God, right? You can just almost look at the way people drive and tell that they don't have God in their life. Have y'all noticed the way people drive nowadays? It is just out of control. And I have to say, I don't know if, well, I'm not going to say that. I see a lot of hostility driving. I see these speedsters out here just, and when I see them, I say, you know what, they can't be talking to God every day. Just little stuff like that to let you know if God is in somebody's life. You know what I mean? And I wanna talk to the people out there that feel as though God is not just as close to you, as he was to Adam. He just as close. It's just that you're either not listening or watching the signs that he's giving you. And I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect person, but I try not to sin. I do my best not to sin. And if I do, it's gonna be something that I could correct within a day. It's not something that like I'm stealing or uh, lying or which would be bearing false witness. Obviously, I don't murder people. Um, I used to covet other people's wives. I don't do that anymore. That was more of a maturity thing. That was just more of a sexual maturity thing that I went through. And I was placed in situations, being a tennis coach, where it was constantly thrown at me. So I wasn't quite strong enough to remove myself from that sin. But as I got older, I realized that I needed to stop that. And what I do is I pray at certain times. You can try this. Don't pray like, don't try and pray like in the middle of the day or anything like that. Get up in the wee hours of the morning, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, when things are quiet. The quietest time on earth, right, for me, is at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, pretty quiet. And what you're dealing with when you pray, believe it or not, is frequency. Your body is going to need to get on a certain frequency in order for your prayers to be heard. So, for instance, you're not gonna you're not gonna start receiving blessings, praying, listening a little way. You're not gonna put on Snoop Dogg and start praying to God, right? Because that, even though I love those guys, that's not the frequency that God is on. You see what I mean? I put some frequency videos up on my page that you guys can listen to, and just let them play. And you would be surprised, man. Like, that's what I do. Like, when I go to sleep, I listen to 432 frequency, right? Meditation, stuff like that. And I just go to sleep with it. They have them. I have some on my page that you can listen to, but they have all kinds of different ones you can look up and find your frequency. You got to find your God frequency. And if you can't find it, turn everything off and just talk to him. Don't think that you're talking to yourself. You see what I mean? Because I challenge you to pray one prayer for a week, every single day. Yeah, I don't want you to pray for anything that's unrealistic, okay? But pray for something in your life that can be fixed by God for one week and see if that helps you. I think a lot of people nowadays feel as though they on their own. And as far as human beings go, you might be. I've been on my own before. Yep. Family, friends. There have been times when, shit, I got family right now that's I can't even talk to. Not because I did anything to them. It might be, something they heard from somebody else in the family. It might be an idea they have about me. It might just be straight hate, straight jealousy. A lot of times that's what it is, and you start questioning yourself. So don't feel like what people think about you makes a difference. It doesn't, because it can go both ways. You got people out here that everybody loves to death, and they just as rotten as they can be inside. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that you shouldn't question other people's opinions. Well, not question other people's opinions, but at least consider somebody else's opinion. Like if somebody's telling you that you are, let's just keep it basic. Let's just say if somebody says you're not a good person, they don't think you're a good person. Now, instead of you saying fuck you, I am a good person, why don't you just ask them, why do you think that? Ask them why. No, you got two things that's gonna come out of their mouth. It's either gonna be some bullshit, right? Or it might be the truth. Might just be the truth. Now, if they're telling you something about yourself and it's true, you don't have to fix it that day. Start working on it. That's all. Just start working on it. And then you'll see that God will step in. He just wants you to take one step. Sometimes people say something's wrong with you. You ask them why, they won't tell you. They hang up the phone on you. You see what I mean? So it's a real rocky road, believe it or not, when you decide to be a righteous person. And I know there are a lot of people out here these days that are struggling, um, especially if they don't have a close relationship with God. That's a tough struggle, because then you ever buy a lottery ticket and you keep it in your wallet? Now I'm talking about when you're having some financial trouble. You ever buy a lottery ticket and you keep it in your wallet? You don't run out of money, and you still don't look to see if you won that lottery ticket. I've done that before. And the reason why I didn't look to see that lottery ticket is because I said that'll be my last hope right there. I got something in my back pocket. And you know what? I've never gotten to the point where I actually ran all the way out of money and had to check that lottery ticket. A lot of times I just lose it. But I keep it in my back pocket. And that's the way you gotta be like that with like God. Like when things are going wrong in your life, you gotta have God in your back pocket. And you know, having that hope, because that's all the lottery ticket is, in your back pocket. And God will give you hope when you fall down. And the way that He'll give you hope is through signs. You're not gonna see a burning bush nowadays, and the bush is talking to you and all that. You're not gonna see that nowadays. You're gonna see signs, and you gotta know what signs to look for. Could just be something small. Um, to all the people out there that are going through hard times, whether it be with your family, financially, you know, your wife, your kids, whatever. health. Pull out that lottery ticket and see what you got. Don't leave God in your back pocket. Every day you walk around staring at that lottery ticket. Have it in your hand. And you treat that lottery ticket like it's $1,000,000 because it could be. Don't let people throw you off track and tell you, I don't know why you playing that lottery. Ain't no way you gonna win. Well, nobody win the lottery. Keep your hope. Stay positive as you can. And don't forget that there are other people out here just like you. They have the same exact problems or worse. Don't think that you're alone. Because 90% of the people out here won't tell you that they got any problems. You ask them how they doing. Oh, I'm doing good. How was your holiday? Oh, it was awesome. How your kids doing? Oh, they doing great. How's your wife? Oh, she's fine. And now, how do you feel? Well, I got all this stuff going on in my life. Why? Seems like I'm the only person going through something. Mm-mm. They going through the same thing, maybe on a different level. So I want you to pray every day. And this is my challenge for you. Pray every day for a week on the problem that you have in the wee hours in the morning. And in 1 week, I want you to come back to this video and I want you to leave a comment down below. And let me know if it worked. And you ain't got to pray no special prayer. Just talk to God just like he was one of your homeboys or one of your homegirls. This is my Sunday message. I'll see you next week.